You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford.
Okay, welcome. We'll call the Board of Selectmen.
You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
2025, as corrected by the clerk, and March 7th, 2025, which was a special meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. Any errors, corrections, omissions? And I would just also like to state for the record, these minutes are available after the meetings, within 48 hours. They're posted. It doesn't require us to approve them before they're posted. So although some of these may be from a previous meeting a few weeks ago, they are posted in a timely manner, just to put that on the record. All right, so it's been moved, second, no errors, corrections, or omissions. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, can I get a motion to add a proclamation, April as Parkinson's Awareness Month? We'll add that as item 5A.
So moved.
Second.
All right, move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item carries. Item 2, to consider and if appropriate, approve a request from Gary Zielinski, Director of Public Works, to waive the bid for the catch basin cleaning and award the contract to Shaw Vac Services in the amount of $29 per basin and $200 per hour for basin cleaning. Shaw Vac Match Services matched the lowest price in the CROG bid. Just, I will say before I turn it over to Gary, the CROG is a regional bidding, which we do belong to that, as well as, and what we are allowed to purchase off those. However, even if a contractor matches that bid, whether it's a CROG, a regional consortium, or state bid, they still need to go through this process. But I'll turn it over to Gary.
Yeah, thank you. We're really just looking for an extension, and we've asked Shaw Vac if they would hold their price, which is the same as the lowest bid on CROG, and they agreed to holding the price till December 31st of 2025. So I'd like to continue using them. We've used them for several years now, and they've always offered good service. Actually, their service has gotten better and better. They have a larger fleet. They're very responsive, and just keep up with all our MS4 requirements, keeping the catch basins clean and hopefully the sound clean.
They clean all the basins in town?
We have 3,000. We do about 1,500 a year. But we're more than compliant with MS4 requirements.
Good, good.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, and this just for the record, it's for the calendar year 2025. Calendar year 2025.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so it's been moved second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Item carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
To consider, item 3, to consider and if appropriate, waive the bid for consulting services as outlined in the proposal by Tyke Planning and Policy Group for Branford Land Use Support Services dated March 11th, 2025, and award the contract to Tyke Planning and Policy Group in the amount of $4,200 per month. We just had a recent retirement of our town planner. We had engaged this firm in the past. I had talked to staff about reaching out to them to provide some services for the town. We did bring them on board. However, at that point, the assistant town planner had taken a position in another job, so I expanded their services, which then now requires us to, I just want to bring it before the board, because if we do end up expending beyond the 12.5, so I will just note that the town has utilized the services of this group in the past during periods of transition, and they do these services, planning and zoning services, for a number of communities in Connecticut. I did reach out to another community who was very pleased with the services that they do provide. So I put that forward in the form of a motion. I will just also note that we did make an offer, and it was accepted to fill the Director of Planning. So that individual will start April 14th. However, I would still like to just have this engagement in place to assist the new planner coming in during the transition period, because there may be plans that they have reviewed in that time period. So.
How do you anticipate just a few months of this transition?
Yeah, I did in the budget request for the planning and zoning, we did carry dollars for the consulting, because we put that budget together prior to us finding a full-time director. But I, talked to the board about probably, that those dollars were in there. I don't expect that we would use them for an extensive length of time once the department is fully staffed. But again, out of just, I think for the remainder of this fiscal year, it's important. That's really what this agreement was for initially. It is really, 6 months, but initially we're just thinking getting us through the remainder of this fiscal year. But I think it'll be really once we get the new director in, and then we'll have to fill another vacancy that exists within the department. And then there'll be like I said, there may be a little period of transition. I don't expect to carry this out through very far through the next fiscal year. But, in terms of their services that they do provide, it is really everything, through planning and zoning, not only regs, review and changes, but they can also assist in so many ways in different capacities. So we do have in-office hours with one of the principals from the group is actually coming to town hall now, and he has in-office hours one day a week. He's here for one full day, and then the rest of it is communicated through virtually through email and phone.
A motion to approve.
Second.
All right, move seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, item carries. Item 4, to consider if appropriate, approve the 2025 Stony Creek Town dock fees for commercial passenger vessels in the amount of $1,500 and the commercial slip permit fee in the amount of $1,200. These fees have not been adjusted since 1997. It's been a pretty long time since these have been looked at. I do think, in terms of how these numbers were derived, we have 9 commercial slips, and there's 3 tour boats that have, per ordinance, or have access to the dock. So I really just try to cover what we budget every year in purchase services and repairs and maintenance at the docks, which comes to about $15,000. I think this next fiscal year is $15,000 a year. Now, keep in mind, that doesn't include the capital expenses. I know Public Works is in the process of rebuilding two floats and upgrading some services to those floats, and really, I think that current budget is over, I think, $42,000 to build those floats. So, this is really I think, how I derived this increase, and to justify it was to really at least just cover our costs what the taxpayers are, covering every year for repairs and services and maintenance.
And the floats that are being done right now, there's other uses also on that, so it's not like they're just
Right, yeah,
using it.
yeah, and that's, like I said, I didn't,
also.
right, that was the fire, and in fairness, we, with the commercial slips, we, in this year, we're out to bid right now for our trash collection at the islands. The award, when we award that contract, the successful bidder has right to a slip at the commercial dock, and I factored that in as well as part of the 9 when I was trying to cover that number. So it's even the town that is taking a slip will still is through a contract covering that portion as well. I think it's important to note.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, item carries. Thank you. Item 5, to consider and if appropriate, approve the following proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that the special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nations and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Branford, do hereby proclaim April 25th, 2025 as Arbor Day in the Town of Branford and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day to support efforts and to protect our trees and woodlands and plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. A motion to accept.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item carries. 5A, Parkinson's awareness. I'll just go here, I'm sorry. 1 second. All right. You want to read it?
Go ahead.
All right. Whereas Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurological disorder affecting millions of people worldwide, impacting their movement, balance, and quality of life. More than 20,000 Connecticut residents have been diagnosed with Parkinson's. And whereas raising awareness about Parkinson's disease is crucial to promote early diagnosis, access to quality care, and continued research towards effective treatments. And whereas the symptoms of Parkinson's disease can vary from person to person, including tremors, rigidity, slowness of movement, and speech difficulties. And now, therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Branford, do hereby proclaim the month of April as Parkinson's Awareness Month, urging all citizens to educate themselves about this condition, support those living with Parkinson's disease, and advocate for further research and advancements in treatment of options.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item carries. Thank you. Item 6, reappointments. Board of Police Commissioners, Christine Ciociola, term to expire January 30th, 2028.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. Center Revitalization Review Board, Terrence Elton, Norbert Church, terms to expire March 31st, 2028.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. Commission on Elderly Services, Patricia Brownell, Lori Rockwell, Ellen Carucci, terms to expire December 31st, 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. Community Forest Commission, Ivy Kim Bigelow, term to expire January 30th, 2027. And Doreen Larson Obioski, term to expire January 30th, 2028.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Dock Master for the 2025 boating season, Lino Torelli.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. East Shore Health Department District Board, Susan Addis, term to expire February 28th, 2028.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. Human Services Board, Andy Marlett and Sarah Lockery, terms to expire December 31st, 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. Item 7, agenda says, item 7, I'm sorry. Appointments, Parks and Open Space Authority, Greg Cox, term to expire June 30th, 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item passes. Green use, to consider and if appropriate, approve a request from the National Day of Prayer, Marion Lovig, for the use of the town green on May 1st, 2025, to hold a prayer at 6 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any correspondence? No. Any other business? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.